Yeah, so this is a recap of things that we got working in our first stream from Paul's, what I'm going to be calling, I think, Paul's Infinite Workbench, because there's an infinite number of things that I need to get done and too many things on the back burner. So we did quite a range of things. What we're working on is action53 mapper that supports more than 512 kbytes. So if you look on the board here, I'm not very good at this pointing camera and everything, but we got a flash chip that's 3 volts and it is behind some level shifters. And I had this all working, released the last game, Action53 Volume 3. There's a problem in certain consoles where there are some sprite glitches. Well, to fix that problem, it seemed that flash, the 3 volt flash chip is behind the level shifter, and I changed it so that level shifter only outputs data on the second half of the NES CPU cycle, which is when M2 signal is high. So by setting data output enable to high, only while M2 is, or enabling the level shifter on the data bus when M2 is high. I'm tripping all over myself. But anyway, by only outputting data from the level shifter on that second half of the cycle, we removed the problem. But I broke my whole flashing script. So my temporary fix was just flash the old SVF on there, program the board, flash a new SVF onto the CPLD, and fixes the problem, but it's a huge pain. Plus, we're trying to work on new cartridges for bigger games, and I'm trying to get one out to JR Roach so you can make progress on the master build for a bunch of ROMs now that we have more than 53 games. And I needed to get my scripts updated for that. What I realized was the issue. I'll show you in the schematic. So this data output enable was not just for the CPU data bus. I also had that signal control the outputs for the address bus. Kind of dumb, but the reason I did that is to let the CPLD take control of the address bus of the program flash chip for would allow for some advanced features with the crazy mapper. And anyway, here it bit me. Because my code was not where, let's get there, let's see. So we were doing just an NES CPU write. And an NES CPU write, when we're trying to write to the flash, it sets the address, it sets read write low, puts the data on the bus, and then it tries to emulate what the NES CPU does in that order. And then M2 goes high, ROM slow goes low if it's greater than 8,000. We have some time for the write cycle. Then M2 goes low, followed by ROM slow, and then read write toggles. Well, here's the thing is, even though I was setting the address, because of that schematic, that circuit design, where these address pins the address signals only get passed on the second half of the cycle when M2 is high. It wasn't until here when the address was getting applied to the flash chip and read write's already low, and that's our controlling signal. So to actually write data to the flash chip, M2 needs to be high the whole time, so we created a new function, NES M2 high, where M2 is just set high, and then all the normal stuff. And that fixed everything. We did a bunch of synthesis and lattice. I was testing around some other things, but it turned out that what I'm already using as the production SVF file was good. We just had to fix the scripts. We got that fixed, and I cleaned up some other things. The old way of doing things, everything was controlled on the firmware. In this microcontroller side, you just gave it the data, told it what game it was, and it figured out the bank and all that stuff. It's to add support to any new mappers, you have to build new firmware, which isn't the greatest. It's better to let the host control things. So basically, I updated my scripts to the new methodology that I've been using for over half a year, over 6 or 9 months now. Because these scripts are just they're over a year old. Anyway, we updated the flashing algorithm to be mostly controlled by the host, as well as the dumping. And we did flash a larger than 1 megabyte cartridge. We did a 4 meg and an 8 meg, but and it was working and verifying, but I forgot to flash the kick on my board, so I'm not actually sure the ROM's good. Anyway, we didn't get to see that in action, but yeah, so that's that. We got some stuff done. As far as the future goes with these streams, I'm planning to keep going with Mondays. It's probably not a convenient time for most people to watch. That would be during the day, but it's kind of where it works best for me. If I don't during the day, I can't give up too many of my evenings. All streams are just for fun. Pretty good, Luzicata. We're just wrapping up here. We got a bunch of stuff working for the action53 mapper. But I do want to stream on Mondays. It's probably going to be more like noonish in the afternoons. We'll see. I don't know. I just kind of want to try this out. And today was a success. My desk is a mess and I've got way too many things plugged in a USB hub, but it worked. So I may try to, I may be posting these little recaps on YouTube. Probably not the entire stream. I don't think that's going to give much value to anybody. But next time, a little bit of a, we didn't get to it this time because that sucked up a lot of time, but we got Punch Out. We need to do the same type of thing for MMC2 and MMC4. I may get those done before then off stream, but if I don't, then those are the things we're going to be working on next week. So y'all have a good week, and I will be back on Wednesday night with some All Was Awakening streaming.